Hello everyone, welcome back. And today I'm going to start with a series from the MLG Dallas 2011. As you guys know, there was a lot of trouble there. The organization wasn't able to handle the amount of people that was watching online the Starcraft 2 tournament. The stream just crashed, didn't work properly, and well, I'm a bit disappointed with all of it, as you might imagine. I was hoping for MLG to do something better than what they did, but things didn't come out like that, so my objective now is to actually watch some of the matches by casting them and sharing them with all of you. There's still not that many replays available, but there's already a couple of complete series from the early stages, so that's what I'm going to focus on, and this is going to be the first clash I'm going to be following. Game 1 from a best out of 3 series between these two Terran players. It's going to be a mirror matchup, a TVT, between here this yellow Terran, MLGPainUser. If you guys don't know him, he's an American player, played a lot of FPS and RTS games before he started taking Starcraft 2 seriously. Since then he's been playing on the tournament scene in America for a long time, high ranked on the North American ladder as well, quite a solid Terran player. I'm just not sure if in theory he's at the same level as his opponent, because I think that MLGPainUser still has to evolve more, to grow more and develop himself as a player. Still a solid Terran, but he's gonna be facing against his contender LiquidTLO, and boy, well, TLO is one of the top gamers in the whole world playing Starcraft 2 currently. He already was Random and Zerg and Terran and all of that, but for MLG Dallas he's gonna be playing Terran. He did that, he said that on an interview, and well, here it is, playing Terran, and hence the mirror matchup against MLGPainUser. For now we're gonna have just TLO coming out with a couple of SCVs out of his base, and whoa, command center first. He didn't even pick up any gas, no, just straightforward command center, hidden behind the shrubbery here behind the bushes, while on MLGPainUser's side he's just going for the standard normal build, already has one gas working, getting the first racks out, and probably gonna have TLO arriving here on his base, taking a peek at what's going on, and well, there's not much to see. I mean, standard opening for now, preparing his orbital command, while MLGPainUser is gonna arrive on TLO's base and is gonna wonder, what the hell is this guy doing? It doesn't have anything here. Where is he building his barracks or whatever is he building? I'm pretty sure this is gonna start making MLGPainUser wonder about and consider probably establishing some kind of defense, because he might be thinking that TLO hid some barracks somewhere and is gonna start preparing him a surprise with some really early aggression with Marines probably, and there it is, the reflection of that, the reaction for MLGPainUser, getting a bunker on his ramp, making sure that if any kind of small group of Marines start popping on his ramp, he's gonna have a way of defending it. Also is gonna force him to commit himself to get a lot of Marines early on, instead of investing his money on other kind of buildings. So factory now going down after the racks, and meanwhile on TLO's side, just everything's smooth, everything's flowing. Notice that he still has his SCV, keeping tabs on everything that MLGPainUser is doing, and meanwhile MLGPainUser with his SCV once again attempting to take a peek at the main base from TLO, finally found one of those racks. There's still, from what I could see, there's a second one there on the left side. Let me take a look. Yeah, there it is, 2 racks opening after that really fast expand, that really fast command center, now an orbital command, and MLGPainUser is just thinking, what is he doing? He didn't saw most of the buildings here, as you can see he only saw 1 racks there, and this might spell trouble for the MLGPainUser. He's kind in the dark at the moment, while you see TLO just flying his orbital command from that hidden place into his natural expo after MLGPainUser took his SCV away. So kind of toying around a bit with MLGPainUser, making him doubt what exactly TLO is doing. Notice that MLGPainUser even came all the way north to take a peek at these 2 bases up on the north side of the map, just to make sure that TLO wasn't making any kind of faraway expansion to catch him by surprise, and well, he didn't found anything, so boy is he in for a surprise. Meanwhile on MLGPainUser's base, let's take a look. He went from the racks into a factory, getting the command center to expand soon enough, and also getting the starport, so he's gonna have a lot of options soon enough. Might be MNM, who knows, but he does have some mech here and getting some aliens out. Let's wait a bit longer, see what's going on. TLO just making a scan and taking a peek at what's going on inside MLGPainUser's base. Fairly standard opening, like I said, he's just leaving all his options open by making a racks, a factory, and a starport. And meanwhile, with a small group of Marines, he's just poking at these rocks, but this is gonna take a little while. Let me take a look at TLO's base on this side. Okay, on TLO's side, everything quiet there. In his base, he's now getting factories and a starport after that 2 racks opening with the command center. Econ-wise, I'm assuming that he is leading the charge against PainUser. Yes, he is. A little bit more harvesters, but working out of 2 mineral lines with the mules dropping down occasionally. This is going to be beneficial for him. He's going to be working with a lot more income and going to be able to establish his game and get a bigger army faster than PainUser. So nice, interesting opening here by TLO. Different from what you usually see from Terran players, and apparently on this situation it worked out because PainUser wasn't able to check anything. As you can see, he just took a peek there, he saw basically that bunker there on the front, and now he's assuming that TLO might be playing out of 2 bases, but that's basically it. Taking a peek now here on the PainUser side, more racks incoming. Where else is he getting here on the back? Not much. And he's flying his command center to the natural exfil, so working out of 2 bases soon enough as well. And he's already getting some mech to reinforce his small bioball. Doesn't have much of an army for now. As you can see, he has the 9 Marines, most of them were shooting those rocks, and now getting Banshees out from that starport with the tech lab attached. Not sure if he's going to commit himself to cloaking. Let me take a peek. Let's see if I can find one of those Banshees. There it is. Now still no cloak research, maybe later on I guess. And incoming the first Banshee, advancing into the mineral line on the main base from TLO, starting to kill some of the units here. Let's see how many kills can he rack up. He needs to pick up a lot of kills here to start delaying and making sure that TLO is not going to keep pulling further and further ahead. That Raven build by TLO is quite interesting, a way of obviously forcing and nullifying the effect of the cloaking field that that PainUser might be going for to use on his Banshees, and he is going for it. No, it's still on TLO side for now. Taking a look here on TLO side, let me see. Bunker there, there's still not much going on, he's just massing up, macroing his game. Gathering a small army, I would say. Let's take a look here. Raven, 15 Marines, 1 Viking. We're gonna have 1 Hellion advancing here on TLO side. It's gonna be blasted away very quickly, just finished off totally by the small force from PainUser. On PainUser side, we have 16 Marines, 2 Siege Tanks, 2 Banshees, so maybe a double-pronged attack would be an idea soon enough. Also a Hellion there, and we're gonna have 1 Banshee for TLO, as well Viking, Marines, and the Raven. So proper counters to Banshees with Cloak, even getting the Vikings, which will be able to finish off Banshees fairly quick. This Banshee is just flying up there. I think he's gonna wait for this SCV. There it is. So, oh, TLO was trying to get a command center up there, but had to be cancelled, intercepted by that Banshee, by PainUser, so nice move there. And inside his base, meanwhile, 2 starports, double starport playing, quite interesting here. So committing himself to a lot of airplay, getting another command center, the 3rd one. Not sure where is he gonna fly it up. Upgrades rolling here as well. I'm assuming that with the positioning here, he's probably gonna try to get that command center into that base. Kind of bit hidden now. He's gonna try to place it here on this area, I'm assuming, or maybe here. It's also an option based on the positioning that the command center has currently. But for now, both players just macroing a lot, small skirmishes in the middle of the map. Another Banshee advancing here from TLO. TLO still leading the charge on the economy game, not very further away, a little bit. More harvesters as well, and this Banshee is gonna fly all the way here. Oh, he spotted that Medivac, so he's gonna be waiting for it, and he knows that it's coming. Incoming, there it is, Cloak Banshee. He's gonna probably try to finish off that SCV. No, passing all the way up, straight into the natural expo. And meanwhile, I think we're gonna have a trade-off, because there's also units from PainUser advancing. We're gonna have to follow them on the picture-in-picture screen soon enough, I guess, unless something finishes off here. Oh, the Marines almost shooting the Banshee and finished it off. So following now this Medivac drop that is being followed by that Viking. Oh, shot down, loaded with Marines. Oh, massive pain there by PainUser. Oh, for PainUser on this situation, he just lost a Medivac loaded with Marines, so his drop was basically failed there. And now we're gonna have TLO's Banshee poking at some buildings here on the main base of PainUser, with the Viking finally showing up to shoo it away and TLO was able to just destroy one supply depot, as you guys could see on the picture-in-picture screen. Still plenty of harass there, and now we're gonna have a meet-up here in the middle with all of the units bashing against each other. This Viking is gonna get finished off, and basically PainUser took the victory here with this Viking, but I mean, single Viking really damaged, won't be able to do much else unless it gets repaired. On TLO side, let's take a look at the army count. TLO leading the way, 120 against 100, so a nice lead there by TLO. Also, this Raven build is interesting. With the point defense drone, he might be able to intercept some shots from Banshees, for example, also from Marauders, and obviously the invisibility detection. So he's just kind of a direct counter to this Banshee play, though there's not many Banshees around from PainUser. And meanwhile, TLO establishing his third base here on this area. With that scan going down, I'm assuming that PainUser is gonna head this way and hope for TLO to not have much of a defense here, so he can destroy this base even before it gets established. Let's take a look at the economy once more. Yeah, balanced. It's balanced now with the PainUser, as you can see, advancing to that third base and establishing it. Now finally we're gonna have the economy game balanced by PainUser, but it took him a while, and this push by PainUser is gonna be finished off so quickly. Boom, there it is, finally destroyed. And well, it was fairly quick. I mean, those siege tanks and marines didn't hold on very well against the forces that TLO pushed to defend his third base, and now he has siege tanks positioned here. This might spell trouble for PainUser. I don't think he's going to be able to come here and finish off this base unless he brings a massive force there. Once again, the Banshee from TLO finishing off the map control that PainUser was containing here. He has map control for a long time. TLO apparently wasn't very worried about it. Now taking the marines from the Xel'Naga watchtowers and finishing off any kind of map control that PainUser was benefiting from, and incoming intercepting a single marine. Poor guy got completely destroyed, and TLO slowly advancing with his forces, poking at the units here from PainUser. Several marines advancing here, but all of them getting poked at by this Banshee, which is still cloaked, and unless there's a scan here, they won't be able to do much besides dying, and that's exactly what happened. So small ball of marines there getting finished off, with TLO making a push here. I'm not sure if he's gonna wait for any more upgrades. No, we're gonna have a clash ensuing here. I'm gonna take this HP bars off. I'm sorry, there's a lot of HP bars going on there. Now that the air units are off, might be easier to watch, but as you can see, massive clash with the siege tanks from PainUser finishing off the forces from TLO and forcing TLO to pull back. 2-point defense drones intercepting all the shots from that Banshee. Really annoying and frustrating, but what remained of the forces from PainUser were able to finish off the ground forces there, while we have another drop ensuing in the movement with siege tanks onto that third base from PainUser that just got destroyed, and you could follow it on the picture-in-picture screen as well. And now advancing with the forces towards the defense line that PainUser established close to the ramp that gives access to the third base. He's trying to finish off what's left of TLO's forces here, and there's not much left. I mean, 3 siege tanks and 1 medevac with 2 really hurt marines. This won't go much further, and PainUser is pushing ahead. He knows that there's not much of a force here, so he's just gonna finish off TLO's forces, destroy everything, and finally get rid of all the units here, probably considering getting a third base again. Yes, there it is. He's gonna build it this time up on the north side, as you can see, and probably try to benefit from the income, stabilizing his economy game, because at the moment TLO is just leading the charge. 2 bases against 3 bases. Obviously the result is that one. Army wise, 156 against 134, as you can see. Massive push ensuing here by PainUser, forcing TLO to pull back with all his units, lifting his command center and interrupting his production there. Meanwhile, the massive clash ensues here on the middle of the base with battle cruisers incoming. So we had fusion core inside TLO's main base, and now these battle cruisers will be able to finish off everything that moves. I mean, there's not much here to defend, and battle cruisers are quite effective now at patch 1.3. They finally have enough speed to follow up their ground forces and the rest of the units, while you can follow the small assault, the trade-off that PainUser is attempting to make into the main base of TLO on the picture-in-picture screen, but I don't think it's gonna pay off. 3 battle cruisers here just forcing PainUser to live this game, and has to go for game 2 with already a defeat, forced to say Exactly, saying GG, moving out, and as you can see there wasn't much left of the forces that were advancing here, and he knows that he didn't stand a chance. We had battle cruisers ensuing here to finish off this siege tank force, so basically TLO had PainUser on his hand and dominated his first match. Interesting matchup here, fusion core, there it is there on the back, and well, this transition into those battle cruisers just work wonders. It's something that I'm watching more, I'm seeing more from Terran players after patch 1.3, another tool for Terran players and quite a useful one in my modest opinion. So much respect for TLO, good option here, using all of his options and going for battle cruisers, showing that now they're viable on high-end playing, and Terran players should consider going more and more for battle cruisers and commit themselves to use them on the end game. Hope you guys enjoyed this matchup, okay? See you all later, have fun.